Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, by the title you can already tell that I'm going to be doing, reactions to my family's reactions to my pregnancy, which was almost a year ago, y'all. Can I believe I was pregnant a freaking year ago? I found out I was pregnant a freaking year ago this month. And before we get into the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe because your girl is now trying to get to 500 subscribers, y'all. I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been supporting me, liking my videos, commenting on my videos. I just want to thank everybody because I couldn't do this without you guys. Thank you for all the support. And I also just, I'm just so excited and so happy that my channel has grew in a month. It will be 2 months since I started YouTube, but my channel has grew to 114 subscribers within 1 month. And I feel like if you're a YouTuber, I feel like that's like a huge deal because it's really, really hard to get, people's attention, and it's hard to, get subscribers and supporters. And everybody is different and everybody's personality grabs different people. So I want to say thank you to everybody who genuinely likes my channel, enjoys my videos, because I really do try to put out really good content for you guys. So I just want to say thank you for supporting me and sticking with me and telling my channel to other people. I just want to say thank you, huge thank you, because I don't want to stop growing. I want to continue to grow and continue to share my experience as a new mom and the life of a mom. So without further ado, let's hop into the video. So y'all, as y'all can see, your girl has a new look. No braces, y'all, no braces. Braces were taken off, but I'm honestly thinking, they're probably gonna put them back on me. So we'll see. But y'all, I'm gonna try to do family member by family member. I have a huge family, but I'm only close to like a few. So I'll just, tell my few people and their reactions. So like I said, y'all, in my first video, if you have not seen it, how I found out I was pregnant, my reaction, I'll put that in the description box down below. And also, y'all, I keep forgetting to tell y'all all the time that my description box has my Instagram and my Snapchat. So if you would like to follow me on Instagram and add me on Snapchat, be sure to do so because that's all in the description down below. So y'all, yes, I found out I was pregnant November 21st. I think, was it November 21st or 27th? One of those days, 21st to 27th, which will be a year ago this month. And the first person I told, of course, was my child's father. And then, who did I tell like that? We actually told his sister. His sister was the first person that we told. And I love his sister so much. She's just like so sweet. But we told her sister first, and she was like, she already knew it. She felt it, she told us like, oh, I told you guys don't have a baby yet. It's really, really hard. But she was very, very excited. She was happy, and she congratulated us, and she was like, I already knew it. And we didn't tell anybody after that. But when I say y'all, I tried to keep a secret until my second trimester. So if you don't know, the first trimester is very, very hard because you can have a miscarriage. And even though, you might not be ready or, you're a little afraid, nobody wants to have a miscarriage. Nobody wants to go through that. That's very, very difficult. And I feel like, it's important to keep stress and negativity at a zero in your first trimester because so much is happening. Your body is transforming and it's getting ready to carry your human for 9 months. And I wanted to keep that a secret until my second trimester. But unfortunately, y'all, I could not keep that secret. I guess I was like excited but scared at the same time. And the second person we told actually was her grandmother on her father's side. So I actually told my mom-in-law, I actually told her that we were pregnant, and I didn't really come out and say it. I just gave her the papers from the hospital, and I was like, what does this medicine mean? Even though like there were papers that had like, say, ear infection, the medication I needed to take, and then behind that was like pregnancy and all that stuff, follow-up things like that. So she was just looking through the papers, and then she looks at me, and I look at her, and y'all, she like fake passes out. Like she just starts screaming like, oh, and passes out. And she was like super excited. She was super happy. She was like, oh my God, how are you feeling? Are you okay? And just in case she didn't believe me, the pregnancy test I showed in my other video, my first video ever on my YouTube channel, I showed the pregnancy test, and I gave her 2 of them. And that was just extra proof that she needed, yes, I am pregnant. And she was just very, very, very excited. She passed out like twice, and she was just really, really happy. And, you know, she told me, you know, whatever you need, I'm here for you. You know, she lived down in Indiana before I moved down here, so she was like telling me like where I need to go, all this other stuff, just telling me that she'll be here for me because you know that my parents and family is still in Chicago and I'm down here. So, you know, she just made me feel more welcome. And then after that, I was talking to her and I'm like, well, I have to tell my mom, like I can't keep this secret. I have to tell my mom, I have to tell my mom. And y'all, when I say I was so freaking scared to tell my mom, y'all, I was so scared to tell my mom because I knew that she wanted me to have a career. She wanted me to, you know, of course she wanted me to have a baby. She wanted to have grandkids, but she didn't want it too soon. And I was so terrified to tell my mom, y'all, like I was holding my phone like, I don't know how to say this. I don't know what should I say to her. I just don't know. And I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm gonna do it. There's like no going back from this. And I first text her. I text my mom and I said, at first she didn't answer. So let me back up. At first, y'all, I called my mom, but my mom did not answer. And I'm like, she didn't answer. But at the same time, I'm like, thank you, Jesus, she ain't answered because I was not ready to tell her yet. And I text her, and I don't know. I'm gonna try to remember the text message. I probably don't have it in my phone because I got a new phone. But the text message went something like this. I said, "Hey, mom. You know when I went to the doctor or whatever, I had an ear infection, but that's not it. I didn't tell you everything. I am also pregnant." And I told her like, "I'm sorry. I know that you know wanted more out of me, and you know I know that I'm still young, and I was still a teen. I was 19 at the time, so I was like, you know, actually, yeah, I was 19 at the time." Y'all, mom brain freaks you up. I'm telling y'all. But yes, I was 19 at the time, and I'm like, you know, I was like, I'm still young. I'm in school, and I know you wanted more out of me, and I am so sorry. I was just telling her like, I'm sorry, but you know, I am pregnant, and that it took about 30 minutes to actually like get a response from her. And when I got the response from her, it was just like she called me and my heart dropped. I'm like, oh my God, here you go, let me answer. So I answered the phone and she's like, are you serious? I'm like, yes, I'm so serious. Like, I'm not lying to you. I am very serious. And she was like, you know, why? You know, what were you doing? Were you using protection? She was asking me all these questions, and my head is just going, and I was just like, you know, I was having sex and I was doing this and I was doing that, and you know, then she's like, you know, what are you gonna do with it? Like, what are you gonna do? And when she asked me like, what are you gonna do with it? I would look at the phone like, what the hell you mean what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take care of my kid because, you know, I was able to lay down and, you know, do what I did to have a baby. So I'm gonna take care of this baby, and, you know, I'm gonna do what I have to do as a mom because now moving forward, it's not about me, it's about my baby. Even though I just found out I was pregnant. I was pregnant at 4 weeks. So when I found out I was pregnant, I was 4 weeks pregnant. I was pretty early, but you know, your mindset instantly changes no matter how far along you are. Like, I was like, you know what? I got to take care of this baby. I got to be on my stuff. I have to make sure that I'm doing what I have to do. So she's like, I just don't know what to say. You know, you need to come back home. You need to, you know, you're going to need help. Blah, blah, blah. And I told her like, I'm not coming back home. I'm not, you know, he helped me make this baby, so we're going to raise it together. There will be no, you know, co-parenting. We're going to just be a family. We're going to take care of this baby together because he wants to be in a child's life. Why would I leave, you know? So I was just like telling her, basically, this is what I'm going to do because now I had to be responsible for a human being. I had to make sure that their life is, you know, set up the right way. So I was telling her that. And after that, she was like, you know, I'm just going to call you back. So I'm like, okay. It didn't go as bad as I thought it went. You know, I thought she was going to curse me out, call me all type of names. I just thought she was going to go off on me. And after that, I was like, okay, breather, that went well, moving on. And I just started crying a little bit. I cried a little bit because I'm like, okay, that was a huge burden that lifted off my shoulders. So now I can just relax for a second and breathe. So y'all, after that, I went back home and I'm just like, okay, I just need to breathe. I need to relax. I need to lay down. So, you know, I'm laying down and then my mom texts me and she's like, when are you going to tell your dad? And I'm like, huh? When am I going to tell who? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you need to tell your dad. So she calls me and we're talking or whatever. And she's like, hold on. So y'all, automatically, I already knew that she had my dad on three-way. And I'm just like, you know, why would you have him on three-way? Like, I'm gonna tell him when I'm ready to, because y'all, a little insight on my life, not to get too much personal, but my dad was never really like there for me. So I just feel like, you know, why even tell him? I can tell him when I'm ready to tell him. And she had him on 3 or whatever, and I'm just like, fuck, here we go. So he's like, you know, you're pregnant, and and you know, I was just telling my friends about, you know, how all of my children are not, you know, all of my girls are not pregnant. I was just bragging about that, and I'm just like, I was just so irritated. I'm like, so you're like, I really don't, I don't know, like, it made me feel like, so just because I got pregnant, I'm not good enough, you know. It just made me feel a certain way, because I didn't like how I was just telling my friends this and this and that, and it just pissed me off. And I was just like, you know what? I just said, okay. And he's like, what you're gonna have this baby, you need to come back home and this and that. And I told him the same thing I told my mom. I said, I'm not coming back home. I am going to raise this baby, and nobody's going to tell me to come back home, because I'm grown. I've been living on my own. I've been taking care of myself, and I don't have to come back to a place that I moved from in the first place. You know, I'm not going to do that. So I told him the same thing. I'm like, I'm not coming back home. I'm going to, you know, take care of this baby. I'm not worried about what you think, what this person thinks. I just have to do what's best for my child. At that time, I didn't know if I was having a boy or girl. Like I said, I was 4 weeks pregnant, so it's pretty early. And I'm just like, I don't want to hear that. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't want to hear that. You know, I'm going to take care of this baby. And if you don't like it, then that's on you. So, y'all, I told the most, you know, the 2 important people in my life. And I let them cool down for a second. I let them cool down, let them breathe. And while I let my mom and my dad cool down, I was actually telling her other side of the family. So like, I was telling her aunties, and you know, they were very, very happy. We were FaceTiming them. They were very, very happy, and you know, they were excited. They were crying, and you know, it kind of made me feel like, wow, like they're more supportive, and then my family are just like Debbie Downers at this point, which is understandable. I get it. Y'all wanted more out of me, but it kind of really hurt me that, you know, I didn't have that support or that love from my side of the family. And it's just, I don't know, I'm just being honest, and that kind of made me feel a little sad. So after that or whatever, I have 2 cousins that I'm very, very close to, and I told my first cousin, and she was like, how long have you knew? I was like, I only knew for like 3 or 4 days. I'm just now, you know, letting you know. And she's like, well, yeah. She's like, I'm supposed to be the first person you tell. Why didn't you tell me? And I'm just like, I don't know. I was like, I just got so much negativity from my parents. So I'm like, maybe, you know, my family is just not with it. So I'm like, I don't know. I just got so much negativity that I just said, forget it. I'm just going to let it go. I'm just gonna let it go and, you know, let it ride. I'm just gonna say fuck it. So I just really I didn't think nothing of it. I thought that she would be mad at me or something. So then I tell my second cousin, and she's like, you know, are you sure? You know, exactly what I was afraid of. You know, are you sure you want to do this? You know, you don't want to do this. I'm like, no, I'm sure I want to do this. You know, if I'm able to have sex and do all that good stuff. And let me tell y'all, disclaimer real quick. If you know that having sex makes you feel uncomfortable, if you know that having sex, you know, just is not your thing, if you know that, you know, if you're afraid of getting pregnant, please protect yourself. You know, please take the right steps to make sure that you're, you know, not having any kids before you want to, because nothing's wrong with having children. Let me just put that out there. Nothing is wrong with having children. Just that whenever you're ready, don't rush, and don't do it because the other person is forcing you. Do it when you're ready, because at the end of the day, your body, you know, is your prized possession. And whenever you're ready to put your body through that, whenever you're ready to go through that mentally, then you can have the kid. But, you know, I just want everybody who's watching this to, you know, take precautions and take steps to protect yourself so that, you know, you can have the life that you always wanted. Even if, you know, you have a kid right now, still take those steps to make sure that now it's about the kid and it's about you. So you have to just take those steps to make sure that you guys are okay. I just want to put that out there, because that's just how it is and how I feel. So, you know, I sort of like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And, you know, I did it. So, you know, I had to, you know, be a responsible adult and, you know, just take up, you know, I had to be a responsible adult and just do, you know, what I have to do. So, y'all, I met, I have a friend down here. I literally have one friend down here that I met, y'all. And, we went to school together. We were actually in school together, and I'm telling her, I'm like, you know, we're just talking. I'm like not telling her anything like that, because I still wanted to wait till my second trimester to tell people. So outside of my family, I wanted to tell my like friends. So like I was just like, okay, so now I'm just gonna talk to her like it's all normal, like nothing's going on, like I'm not carrying a whole baby inside of me or a little embryo or fetus or anything. So we're just talking, blah, blah, and she was looking at me like something's off. And you know, I really didn't address that something was off. I just let her look at me weird because I'm like, I know she knows something about me, but I'm not even gonna tell her. I'm not even gonna let her know. And then, you know, I went to school all normal, and that went by. And then after that, I was like, I have something to tell you. About 2 weeks later, and she was like, what? I'm like, I'm pregnant. And she was like, I knew it. When I saw you at school, you were looking all weird, you were acting all fidgety. Something was off, and that was off, and she already had news. So she was pretty happy for me. You know, she's the baby's godmom. She was really, really happy for me. You know, anything I needed, she was there for me. She bought me food. You know, she took me home. She was basically like the best friend. Like, she is like literally, she was everything to me, and she still is. Like, she is like one of my close friends, and I really do appreciate her because I feel like without her, I wouldn't feel like I have that family, but because my family lives far away. And after I told her, I kind of got a little bit sense of, okay, like calm down, everything's gonna be okay, don't worry about the negativity, you're gonna be okay. I kind of felt like, you know, maybe this might be a good thing. So I didn't tell somebody yet. So now y'all, my grandmothers, I didn't tell them. My first, like my auntie actually, when I had visited them for Thanksgiving. I visited my family for Thanksgiving, but I didn't know I was pregnant. So let me back up. Before I knew I was pregnant, I visited my family for Thanksgiving. And, you know, I was acting normal. I didn't know I was pregnant. I was cool. I was eating my Thanksgiving dinner, everything. And when I got that call from my auntie, fast forward a couple of weeks, I got that call from my auntie, and she was like, why did you tell me you were pregnant? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't even know I was pregnant. And she was like, I knew you were pregnant because, you know, your grandma said all she had to do was look at you and she knew you was pregnant. And I'm like, I didn't know I was pregnant, so how did she know? She was like, she just looked at you, she can tell. And y'all, when I say people can tell, especially your elders, people can definitely tell when you're pregnant, because she was right. I was pregnant and I didn't even know it, but she knew already. So I was like, oh, so I'm like, you know, sorry I didn't tell you. And my auntie, she's like another person in my life that I feel like, you know, has raised me. And I was kind of afraid to tell her because we always talked about, you know, what I wanted and what she wanted out of me. And, you know, she wasn't really that hard on me. She just said, you know, she told me, don't do that to me. And what she meant by that was, I didn't tell her. And she felt like, you know, kind of stabbed in the back because I didn't tell her. And she felt like we were able to talk about anything and everything, in that I shouldn't be afraid to tell her stuff like this because we've always been there. She's always been there for me. And, you know, we were just like this tight. And she told me, don't do that to me ever again. And I was like, okay, I will not do that to you anymore. I would be open and honest. I would tell you everything. You know, I'm sorry. I was just really, really afraid and like nervous at how you would react because I've already received so much negativity on my family. And, you know, time goes past, you know, time goes by. And y'all, you know, the word is getting around. Now, I'm not telling anybody no more because I feel like I told all my, you know, important family members. So now I'm just, you know, going with the flow, man, of my business and, you know, just like really focusing on my pregnancy. So the word is getting around. My family, you know, people that I don't even talk to in my family is knowing. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? The word is out. It is what it is. Yes, I'm pregnant. And after time went by, I want to say everybody got used to it. Everybody was happy, excited. Like, even though my mom, she was upset at the beginning of, you know, when we found out at the beginning of my pregnancy, she really adores Alea. Like, she loves Alea. Throughout my pregnancy, she bought like a whole bunch of stuff for Alea. Like, when I say y'all, at my baby shower, I had like 3 bins full of clothes from sizes like from newborn to 12 months to 24 months. Like, when I say y'all, she really like showed out. She loves Alea, and I feel like, you know, she was upset at first. What mother wouldn't be? But then she grew to, you know, say, okay, this is the life that my daughter has chosen. She wants to be a mom. I have no choice but to, you know, support her because I'm her mother, and I want to make sure that she feels like I have that support. And, you know, I'm sorry, not I, but she has that support. And I feel like that it really, you know, grew on her, and she you know, accepted what was going on. And it just grew on my whole entire family, and they actually, you know, love her. Like, everybody loves her. Everybody, you know, treats her so good. She's such a friendly baby. And, you know, they reacted, you know, some reacted happy and jolly, her other side of the family did, and then my side of the family just was upset. But like I said, it grew on everybody. And, you know, I want to just put this out there to everybody. If you're pregnant and, you know, haven't told anyone yet, don't rush it. You know, like me, I couldn't keep a secret, so I just like, freak it, I gotta tell somebody. I have to tell my family because it just went on my heart too much. But if you feel like, you know, okay, I'm pregnant, nobody knows yet, but I want to tell somebody, you know, find that person that you really truly trust. And once you really truly trust that person, then you let them know. But if you're not ready, and if, like I said, you want to wait till you're out of that, your first trimester, do that, because you want to keep that negativity, and you want to keep that, you know, that bad vibes, that bad energy to a zero. Keep it, because like I said, the first trimester is very crucial, y'all. And if you just want that peace of mind and you're trying to find yourself, then do that. Don't rush, because this is your journey. This is your baby. This is like your life. Because if you're not ready, just take your time, but don't wait too long, because you're eventually going to blow up and then everybody's going to find out anyway. But just take your time, and when you're ready, because this is your journey, your experience, and I just want you to enjoy it. And don't let the negativity or the negative comments, don't let any of that get in your way, because at the end of the day, this is your experience, your journey. So y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, you know, thumbs up this video, comment some more ideas for me. Shout out, 1 second, had to go figure, you know, look at my comments, but shout out to Jacina. I hope I said that right. Shout out to you, girl, for giving me this video idea, because I'm always trying to, you know, show things that you guys want to see. So shout out to you for giving me this video idea. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm on the road to 500 subscribers, y'all. 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.